Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, my beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. It's FOMC Wednesday. We gapped up so much. 2%. NASDAQ's up 2% now. What a crazy reversal then during, Asia and London, right? You had earnings here. Like I said, it would be crazy. Took out that low intraday. We did get to last week's low, so I do hope, I kept some people safe from trying the reversals. When I ended my stream yesterday, I said, it's very possible that we're going to keep going for last week's low today, and I would not be trying any longs. And that's pretty much what happened. Crazy. Okay, so since then, huge gap up, which kind of doesn't make me in a great mood to trade the action today. We'll see. We have 10 a.m. news also, so it kind of took my time to get in here. So, 10 a.m. high impact news. We got into the daily fair value gap at the beginning of the session, right? Or ES did again, but I want to make sure, did NQ did it or did it make an equal high? Okay. The high here is 190.50. And the high here, 390.50 and 390.50. We made an equal high here. Oh well, ES took it out, so that could be a potential SMT for later, so that could be the high of the day. I don't know, we'll find out, really. I don't just go on SMTs, right? We took out Monday's high here. We don't need this for ES anymore. We need that. Let me see, check out the chat, everything good? Yeah. FOMC and interest rate this morning? No, FOMC is at 2 p.m. And I'll be streaming again in the afternoon today. Yeah. We have pending home sales. And it's the last day of the month, people. So it could be pretty wild action today. Last day of the month typically is really wild in the last 15 minutes of the day, as all these funds are rebalancing their portfolios, Okay, so quite the gap up here, right? Quite the gap up. I believe it's let's measure that. 571 points, And how much on ES? 100 points. Okay. Level the Tanya today. That's funny. I look like Alex Voss from Orange is the New Black. I don't think so. I don't believe so. But, whatever people say, I look like a bunch of different things. Millie Bobby Brown was one I didn't really see until a really specific angle was brought up to me. And Q. Okay, I think we just crossed up into the daily fair value gap, finally. Did we? It's the high? Yeah. We're above that now. Okay. And what else I get? Ronda Rousey. I don't see that one. You're just going the mole on your face. You both have a mole on your face. A lot of people do. But that's funny. When I was in college, I had bleached my hair blonde. Bleach blonde. For a little bit. And then my friend was like, you look like Gwyneth Paltrow. And I was like, I don't think so. Okay. I look like Tanya. Okay. Let's see the opening. Yeah, we barely even filled that gap up. Probably really won't. There's such a gap up now. We took out last week's low. I feel like a lot of people are offside, so we could continue up higher. I don't know. We just had a huge move up. I don't like when that happens. It could be consolidation also. I don't know. What's the opening here? 793.50. I really, really don't like it. You know, if we're ranging, right? Traded the range pretty well, honestly. So there was SMTs there and then went for the low of the range. And now it's at the high of the range. So the range is since last Thursday. So almost a week. 50% of the daily fair value gap lines up with around where we gapped down on Wednesday. I don't really think we should close above that if we're still bearish for the coming days. I don't know if we'll even reach there. In fact, we took this high. We could have a reversal back to the downside. We'll see what 10 a.m. offers. Essentially, I think 10 a.m. will be the tail of the tail here. Did ES take out that high? No. So we could be having some divergence there. Right. Let's make a market on ES. 10, 9:30. Wouldn't be surprised if we sort of fade from here. Okay. Okay. Well, well, well. Yep, so far we gapped up like 600, 500 points. I'm waiting until 10 a.m. news. That's sort of why I also like came a little bit late to stream. I was like, might as well eat some breakfast. Right, 15-minute. I think this is liquidity. Potentially. Probably just get out there though. At the failure swing here. But if this makes a new hive day, then, I'm gonna delete that. I want to actually dismount. When I moved into my apartment, it came with 2 TVs. I want to dismount this TV. I don't even, by the way, I did not even figure out. I don't even watch TV. But I'll obviously keep the one in the living room. But I did not figure out how to turn it on yet. I tried to, like, even the power button. I don't know. So I did buy Apple TV, but if I can't turn on the TV, I mean, I tried for like 5 minutes, so. But I don't even watch TV, so whatever. I watch YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, I should be watching YouTube, right? But my comfort show is probably The Office. Oh wow, I messed that up for a minute. Okay, the mic should be good now. Okay. But yeah, Yeah, I want to dismount that. And then probably put like my bookshelf there. I'll make an alert if we cross up New Hive Day again. It'd be kind of weird if we do, but I mean, it wouldn't be weird, but it would be kind of like, you know, then I'd have to rethink the whole bearish trade idea. But yeah, you guys, I started golfing. Why? Because I have access to to a golf simulator, and it's fun to whack the balls. And but yeah, I knew my swing was bad, so I actually had my first golf lesson like on Sunday. Now I'm much better. Now I hit like 80% of the balls. It's good. Or like maybe even 90%. Before I was hitting them, but I was like shanking like 70% of them. But it's a good way for me to decompress after the trading session, you know, because no one's in the simulator in the middle of the day anyway. When my trading session's over. Okay, calm down, Tiger Woods. I went to his mini golf place, chain or whatever, in Florida when I was there. I went to, it's called Pop Stroke, which is so funny. And then I got, guess what, actually, you know, they can let you keep the golf ball as a souvenir. And so that's like the one golf ball I own. And at the simulator, you can buy golf balls from there's a machine. It's like 50 cents. So I don't really carry change. But I did have 50 cents on me that I had brought. So I had 2 golf balls. And yesterday, well, guess who lost the Pop Stroke ball behind the screen of the simulator because I angled it up too high, and there's probably like a tiny little gap at the height of the ceiling. Me. So I lost my souvenir. I'm kind of sad now. That's what I get though. And that was literally the second to last one I was gonna hit. That was the 99th shot. I deserve it, whatever. I was the gym manager at the gym Tiger Woods worked out. Interesting dude. He never checked him at the check-in. He never scan his ID. He would just walk in. I mean, everyone knows who he is. Does he need to scan his ID? It's one of the most recognizable people, probably. Screen fair value gap. Yeah, my God. Why is it funny? You guys have Top Golf in New York? Yeah, in like Long Island. I've never been to one though. There's also one in like New Jersey. Yeah, NQ strong and choppy for sure. I agree. I mean, we gapped up freaking like 600 points. Could be a gap and go, as they like to call it, right? Like we just... What do we dip? How many points down at the open? Probably like 60-ish. 80 points. Okay. Yeah, these ranges are so large nowadays. But yeah, it's pretty choppy right now. Like I kind of expect that to happen, right? If we have a large move during London. So like I thought, yeah, you know, this would be the next draw on liquidity. We hit it, like there was no setup to go for, so. She knows how to trade very well. It doesn't know how to turn on a TV. That's adorable. Yeah, I don't know. It's more like, yeah, I need some, I can't be bothered to do it. But, you know, my brother and my dad, my mom came over the other day. And I asked my brother, you know, hey, can you help me with this? And he took a look at it. And he was like, yeah, your remote doesn't work. Like, looks like you probably need batteries in your remote. And I'm like, okay. I was like, how do you open it? Because it looked like it was... So the remote from the last, like, person that left it's a huge TV, bigger than that one. He's like, there's bite marks on this remote. From, like, probably a kid. I'm like, no, it's probably a dog that, like, bit it. So I bought a new remote. But then I remembered, like, you could turn a TV on from just pressing the power button. I gotta press it doesn't work. So, you know, gotta troubleshoot that. I don't know. But there's also a handyman in my apartment building. Maybe I can ask him. I don't know. I already asked him once to come because I lost my ring in the sink. And he got it out for me, so. Golf is like trading. You have to carry your weight to the right, buy, and then to the left, sell, to have a good balance. Momentum is important, when direction, etc. And also, you know what? It's very similar in the fact that, like, the harder you try on the swing, the worse it's going to be. Like, there's more tension, and then you actually get less speed out of the ball in the swing. And that's something I just learned recently, because, like, I was at first trying to hit it as hard as I can. So now, actually, if you just go smooth with it, it goes faster. So if you're trying too hard to force a trade, like, you know, it's going to be worse for you. Someone have kidnapped the cat. Is the plug turned on? It's plugged into the wall, and I tried other plugs, but thanks. I looked up something. I only got like halfway through the video because I got bored for troubleshooting a TV. Something like power cycling. I don't know. But yeah, golfing is fun. I mean, it's fun. I mean, all I'm doing is pretty much a simulator right now, but I should keep track of how much money I spend, because that's an expensive hobby, right? So far I spent $100.50. I spent 50 cents for one golf ball from the golf machine, and I spent $100 on an hour-long, like, swing evaluation. So, and I'm probably gonna get more lessons. And it's like $75 for half an hour. So it's like $150 an hour. It's like not that the worst. But then my friend from, like, Tennessee said that his charged $70 an hour. I'm like, wow. In New York, it's double. But, like, it's like a women's golf coach, like, at a university that's teaching. So, you know, pay people what they're worth. Yeah, yes, choppy. You know, I'm not really thinking that these SMTs are going to hold. We'll see. 10 a.m. news is right now. Oh, it's really not great conditions to be trading in. You know, YM's going lower on the day. So you have all those, like, you have some of those check marks happening where the indices are out of sync, and we had a large gap up overnight. So likely consolidation conditions. Like, NQ is up 2.4%, right? But how much do you think it's gonna, if you're gonna short it? You can, like, short it back down to plus 2%, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't really think it's gonna go red on the day today. In fact, like, FOMC, I can envision this already. Like, NQ up 3% today, the most in 2 weeks, 3 weeks as the headlines, right? The most since whatever. Like, this is already more than any, this has already moved more than any other green bar on this page, right? Okay, NQ crossing up the new high of day. You know? So, this is 586 points here. I don't really see. I can already see that as a headline. Yeah, this is 300 points. It's 200. This one, 375. Yeah, the headline's going to be like, NQ up 3%, the most is in a single day since a while ago. Yeah, because this is 375. You know, if the average true range is, let's put that on. Oh, that's crazy. Over the last 14 days, it's 374. We're already like way above that in FOMC day. Let's put on the settings for the last 5 days. That's not what I wanted to do. Thanks, TradingView. The last 5 days, the average that NQ has moved is like 450 points in a day. We're already above that. It makes sense because it's an FOMC day, right? So it's a lot of times we do, you know, we can expect it to be higher than average on a day that there's high impact news. It's like yesterday as well. The fact that yesterday could not close below this low, you know, now we're back in the range. Wonder how many more points would it be if we like got back up to here? 250. I simply take the ruler. Okay, that's what I do. Okay. Yeah, around 250, 230, whatever. I don't think it's gonna happen in the morning. If this happens, probably FOMC. So I'm gonna, you know, continue to watch price, but you know, I don't have high expectations here. Probably ES didn't even take that out. Yeah. Or it did. Okay. Yeah, so now you don't have any SMTs here, unless you're still counting this like 15-minute one. But we're kind of just too strong. We have no displacements to downside to confirm it right now. We would have to come down here like another 80 points and displace below it. You know, same thing as yesterday, but I don't think that's going to happen today, essentially, you know. SMT with Dow Jones. I know, yeah, but when indices are so out of sync like that, Dow Jones is making lower lows. You want an SMT to be just like a slight difference where one makes a higher high and one makes a lower high. Not one's making a higher high, one's making a lower low. Right? The Dow, it looks like this, way different. Rate cut today, question mark, question mark? I doubt it. Right, this is the Dow. I wouldn't be using SMTs with this. In fact, I'll make an alert if Dow makes a lower low. Be kind of funny. Yeah, so no more SMTs there. So yeah, let me see, an ES, right? on ES. Right, we also just took out that 9 a.m. high. So that's what it looks like so far today. That's not the kind of environment I like to trade in, so I'm not in anything right now. I kind of want to, I'm going to keep it like this to kind of keep things in perspective. Because I don't want to overtrade and chop, that's my weakness for sure. Keep things in perspective. We're above the Monday high, no signs of reversals. And for continuations, I don't like anything either. You know, there's not even... What's the continuation trade idea look like, you know? We just took out buy side, so why would I... We took out buy side without a fair value gap aligned with it. You know, we're not displacing, really. So, just kind of grinding up higher. I don't really look at the 1 minute until like we take out some buy side or sell side. So let's see here, 15 minute. It's kind of like that's like a meh. I wouldn't just buy right after 10 a.m. news like that into this. For what? Like, what's your... I don't see it coming all the way up here in the next hour. You know? Personally. Let me think. Hourly candle. Mm-hmm. At the very least, I can be happy I filtered out any short ideas for the moment. The push down from open to 934, -3 standard deviation does line up pretty well with this once they gap down. But, you know, I personally can't see it running, I don't know, all the way up there during the morning. Like, we could do that during FOMC maybe. I'm not too sure. The 15 minute here. See how the next 5 minutes close. If it closes above. I don't know. I don't anticipate. I can't frame like a good trade up to there. Let me see. I could see it chopping back like in the middle to the middle of this range. So maybe I could, you know, draw my little premium discount. See how it reacts to the equilibrium of the range here. Maybe for some sort of scalp. $15-minute, 5 more minutes left there. There's no fair value gaps lined up here. You have like, I mean, an hourly one, but I don't. That could potentially happen. Then it could potentially dip down, but that would happen during 11 a.m., right? If I want that hourly candle to come here, because then that's a fair value gap on the hourly. That would have to, for that to actually be a fair value gap on the hourly, this would have to close above that. So I'll keep this for sure, this little equilibrium thing. See on the 3. Yeah, this is not a way like where I would just be like buying here near the high. I'm good. 2 more minutes. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's see, ES is pretty strong candle there actually. Is ES stronger now? ES gapped up how much? 1.5. We're up 1.5% on ES and we're up 2.5% NQ. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna draw that. Draw this out. See if they come back into equilibrium of this range. See if there's any SMTs there, etc. Other than that, like, I don't really have a great idea of just going long somewhere. Yeah, I don't really see this holding because I can see it being choppy. I don't know. Yeah, you have their one leg there, their second leg here. You know, perhaps even this ends up giving you a small reversal to equilibrium, but I don't see anything clean on the 1 minute there, so. Yeah, still grinding up higher. Yeah, the Dow is shooting up now. 15-minute candle closed now. They closed above. Oh, ICT was so mad. I was mad annoyed about my crooked lines yesterday. That was cool. He was here. Yeah, I'm just watching NQ. I mean, I wonder if it has like some sort of displacement there, but you know, it moves like, that's only 30 points from here to here, so I probably wouldn't try a short there. Just tape read that. I'd rather look for a long somewhere here in equilibrium of the range, but if I take that, I'll probably, I don't know if I'll take that on funded accounts or if I should just chill on that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe micros. Micros make money, don't forget that. Yeah, we're just shooting up more there. So it held up that 15-minute high of day. First, the opening range, essentially, right? From 9:30 to 9:45, that first 15-minute candle high was broken to the upside. And it held it. I'm kind of surprised. I wouldn't be really the type. I'm not the type to just buy there. After you have like one leg, two legs up already. You're the high of the day after a huge gap up. It's like just not worth the risk for me to do that. And there wasn't really an entry. So continue to watch. Pretty impressive move up from here to there, 150 points. That happens. Like NQ moves 150 points almost every day in the first hour. Okay. So I'm just saying it's impressive that it gapped up though. Gapped up 600 points. Now we're up how much? Yeah, 529. Almost 3% here. 2.78%. Nvidia is up 10%. Wow. Tesla's up 4%, Amazon 3%, Google 1%, Microsoft's down from their earnings, 1%. Apple's up 2%. Yeah, so Nvidia being up 10%, that's kind of wild. Came back to all these imbalances. It literally wiped out like all of its June gains. Right? Where's June? Yeah, from here. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be shorting the market if Nvidia's up 10%. Oof. Yeah. Everyone's caught off guard for sure. People are offside in the market right now, so it does make me think maybe yeah, we could probably get to here. I don't know if it's going to be by the end of the morning session that we'll do that. Now you have a 15-minute fair value gap that lines up with equilibrium 4. ES. Where would you even think ES is going to, you know? CES. See on the regular trading. It's already above that Wednesday gap up. Okay. Let's, for sure, I want to measure that. I mean, gap down from Wednesday. Yeah, I could get up to like 572.25. The midpoint of that gap down. Two and a half. Oh, interesting. Could also get up to here. It does line up with a couple of things. We starting to retrace now? Maybe. Makes sense if it's near here. If it's like near there. Okay, I also wanted to see what's the midpoint of the daily fair value gap for ES? I feel like we're above it, right? Well, okay, I count with ES set. Okay, I don't want this on the daily. Let's go back on the hourly. Visual order. Okay. From here, I would count it from here. The volume imbalance is included for me if there's a daily fair value gap attached to it. Okay. The midpoint, 6625. See now if that lines up with anything. Just make sure the close here. Yeah, okay. Not line up with anything here. It's like the midpoint of that. Get in between 50% and 25% of that Wednesday gap down. Not really lining up with much. I just think it's higher probability when standard deviations line up with certain levels. That does with this one. I'll keep it up. So anyway, I'm going to see if we retrace to this midpoint, it's like equilibrium of the range. What kind of reaction are we going to get here from the indices? I'd like to see, I wouldn't want to see like a close, I want to see like a wick if it gets near the 50% mark, I would want it to see it wicking this area and then perhaps an SMT and then maybe a scalp back up to the upside. We broke above this with a 15-minute fair value gap. This is, if we're still bullish, this is an area of interest, but I would want it to be closer to equilibrium. And yeah, NQ. Well, NQ knows that, we know that NQ typically is not as clean as ES. That'll run more lows and things like that. So yeah, so far I'm just waiting. Right now it's 10:27. I'm not in any hurry to really get into a trade after such a large gap up. Like, we're up 2.6% on NQ. Nvidia is up still to 10%. Nvidia has a lot of interest in it for sure. Okay. Amazon's up to 3%. And ES is up 1.5%. Okay. Pretty fine with missing like a slow grind up. Like, even if someone that bought here, it's like you're making like 50 points in 20 minutes or something, right? 17 minutes. NQ can move that much in 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I like being part of the faster moves. That's why I think a lot of people enjoy shorting more than longing, because the moves to the downside are always much faster. Like, it's double as fast typically. I'll make sure I have that correct there. Wednesday's gap down. Yeah, the open of Wednesday. Okay. Well, we're going to also be streaming today at for FOMC. I'll be streaming at 2 p.m. as usual. And then tomorrow there will be no stream. Friday, NFP, there will be a stream. If this stream gets 1,000 likes, I'll do a giveaway on NFP Friday. Typically do one. Yeah, I have no desire to be part of this move right now. Like, of a slow grind up where, as we know, like any random 1 minute candle could just take out that trend line liquidity here. And come down to here, maybe. Yeah, ES making higher highs right now. And we'll mark out, 1050. See what ends up happening there. At the very least, like, I hope I'm keeping people safe from shorting, like any little small pullback, Doesn't mean that we're bearish. Okay, what do I want to do? Oh yeah. It takes discipline to not be part of a move too, if you don't see your setup and you see it's moving without you, it's always, like, as a beginner, or even an amateur or whatever, it is always a little difficult just to deal with that, but to watch it. But just because you can miss a move, but you not have missed a trade, right? Like, if it doesn't present it's your trade idea, but it moved without you, it doesn't mean that you missed anything, really. It'll be something, if you had gone into something randomly then, and you had a win, and it's not your model, you're actually, like, you're creating a really bad habit, because now you're getting rewarded for bad behavior, right? Anyway. ES. Kind of wild there. Wild child. I'm okay with missing this little rebalance. I'm okay with that. That's not really, like I said, that huge trendline liquidity near the buying near high of day. Not my cup of tea. Okay, it's coming back up to into that midpoint of that daily fair value gap, which is interesting. Now where we broke that high is at the midpoint, basically, of the range of today, the dealing range. We had how many legs up here? Like 1, 2, 3. If we potentially hit this and then start seeing signs of a reversal, that is maybe a short-term short idea. But if and only if it looks good, like if and only if it, like, provides a break of a short-term low of a displacement, right? Other than that, could definitely continue to grind, and you don't want to get caught in shorting a grind. That's painful. $10 a.m. news. The 10 a.m. news didn't really offer anything where you're like, oh yeah, this is market showing its hand. Meh. Okay. Does anyone here trade RTY? Wonder what that's doing. It's catching up. Dow is back to its high of day, so honestly, kudos to whoever called out Dow earlier. RTY, Dow. RTY's just up 40.45%. You know, what's kind of interesting was we had a rotation. I would just wonder now, is the rotation finished now? Is NQ going to be now the leader again in the coming days? Or is this just a short-term, rally trying to entice people along again before another drop? Or are we done with the pullback? I'm more inclined to still think that we are going to pull back more in the coming days, and I think this today could just be a trap to the upside. Of course, we're going to have to see from FOMC and NFP, but and as well, you guys, Thursday after hours, we have Amazon and Meta earnings, right? So it's going to be, those are also, you can count that as high impact news for sure. One of those moves down 15% or something, that's going to affect NQ. Or up 50, Okay, we tapped that. One leg up, 2 legs up, 3 legs up. A reversal to 50% wouldn't be out of the question for maybe a 1050 macro. The question is, you're going to find the trade in time or frame it properly. I think I'd rather probably wait for an inversion or another break of a low. This isn't really enough for me to personally get involved in that. It's 1040. Probably wait until 1050-ish. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum bum. This could still grind up higher. Trend line. The trend line, you guys. Okay, just getting ready in case I do find something. Like, I'm totally fine with waiting until it inverts this and if for a short instead, for a little scalp, or something of the like. Right here, I think it did invert on NQ. You have this down here. No. If it inverts this, then maybe I'll find some scalp. Stop at like the midpoint of this, which should be like a breakaway gap then. But I don't know. Yeah. And if I take that, really, I'm taking small sizing, okay? Like 5 micros or something like that, you know? Bum 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 ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum bum bum. Nope, it's not inverting it, so gotta wait. Don't get too how would you say? Trigger happy. I mean, this is pretty much on the 2-minute, the first bearish fair value gap ES has made in a while, since 942. But like I said, I really would want this to get inverted to even look for a play. It would be good to invert it and break that short-term low at the same time. And then everything above it would be balanced. But hey, if it just wants to continue grinding, whatever. Yeah, what would that look like? Let's say it inverts that. I put my stop like a midpoint of this. 30-point stop. Maybe like 1.5 scalp. Say same thing here. Probably, depending on if it displaces or not, you could probably then, yeah. ES. Then it begs the question, like, would you want to do ES or NQ? Because NQ, let me check the heat map real quick. Probably ES then. And Q is so bright green. You'd probably have an easier time shorting ES. And plus, where you have a 15-minute fair value gap that aligns with the midpoint here we don't really. We do actually, but not as cleanly as here. So I'd probably maybe look to short ES if it does give me that idea, if it plays out. That would be the idea. I'd probably like risk like like 8 micros or something on MES. Yeah. So I'll continue to watch this. I need it to invert this with a displacement. I also want like a short-term low broken with a displacement. So it's not really giving us this right now, right? It's not giving it to me, then whatever. Know what I'm saying? Just wants to sweep it, then it can come back all the way up here again, and I'm not going to enter it, but 1050 macro is about to start, so that would be my trade idea for the 1050 macro. You know, we have 3 legs up. I'd rather look like for a short-term retracement. You know, we hit this midpoint, the daily fair value gap. Now I really want to see, though, some sort of displacement. If we don't get it, then you don't get it. Okay. Maybe we get it here. No. Nope. Ugly. Watch it just like melt now, like towards whatever I'm saying. I'll probably switch to the 30-second. It's okay if it doesn't. I am demanding displacements. Okay, this is the 30-second. So you do have, yeah, then it shouldn't really come up all the way back up here, or the midpoint. So yeah, it's still 1.5 R. I need to see though, is there going to be a fair value gap on the 30-second? No. No, I'm not going to do it. That's ugly. I mean, you could maybe the 15. Man, it's tough. It's rough. I think I'll try that. Shorting ES on the 15-second, really. Okay. Just to equilibrium of the range. And the stop, yeah, is here. 62.75. And the take profit, I gotta be quick about taking the profit, by the way. It could really, really be quick about this, so yeah. 47.75. And the stop. Let me just see. Really, it shouldn't come even above this, so 62. Okay, yeah, so I'm in that. We'll have to see how that goes. $47.75. I just want it to go to the midpoint. Equilibrium of the range. If it stalls, and then I'll just take it, the money and run. What's NQ doing? Yeah. So I'm like up 2.5 ticks, so that's already looking pretty good. Yeah, stop should now be here, pretty much, I'd say. So, right, I mean, yeah, I don't really want it to come back. Midpoint of that inversion. Yeah, it seems like a decent stop. 558, so it's only 2-point stop now. Since I moved my stop, I would probably take like 2 partials off here. Just 2 contracts. Gotta be quick about getting these buying back. Okay. 4,775. Yeah, stop should be break even now. Okay, so that was a quick meltdown. You were super patient, which is really good. Okay. Really had to go on the freaking 15-second here, but whatever. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. If you know it's gonna be a fast meltdown, like the move lower, moves lower like that happen, like that, right? Okay, let's see if we get back to that equilibrium of the range here. Stops in profit. Right, let's see. Yeah. Break even essentially is gonna be my stop. I can move it a little bit lower, 54, right? Yeah, I'll just move it to the top of that candle. So I don't really want to be, I want to make it worth the trade. 54, 40, yeah. Like, I don't really want this to come back up here again. And even like even closing above this would not be good. Inverting this and closing above this would cause me to probably look to just collapse the trade. So far it's like, okay, it's doing fine. So we could see continuation now. See it. You know, I want to be part of a low resistance. I'm happy I ended up shorting that 15-second fair value gap. Oh man. I don't love doing that. Sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do it. If you're at the top of the range and it inverts, you see the displacement's happening, you know, it's gonna be a fast flush lower. And here I don't want to overstay my welcomes, which is why my stop's already in like 3 points profit or so. But oh no, it's like in 1 point profit. So I'm fine if I get stopped out for chump change. Just don't want to be part of a retracement reversal type of thing. Oh, this is just taking out trendline liquidity. Okay, well, I got stopped out in profit there. So not really much. It was a very fast move. I don't really want to be part of this retracement here, you know. So not really much today then. How much did I make there? Like $80. It's true, like if you move your stop to break even, maybe I was thinking I should take a couple more partials, but very fast market. Right when I move my stop to break even here, I could have taken another partial, but you're up like 4 points, whatever. So I don't know, just took that really, really quick short. We didn't even get back to equilibrium. Let's continue watching here. Like, what is this? doing here. Not a fan of that like wick here on let me see. Right, so I'm not really I'm trying not to overstay my welcome. In a market it's gapping up, super bullish. And I said probably trapping people. So whatever, it was part of this move. Just not. I was quick enough to move my stop. That's good. I was quick enough to move the stop and take a small partial, but other than that, trade review, probably take another partial, be a little bit more aggressive with that when you're counter trading. So I don't know now. It's a 1050 macro. We delivered to some sell side here initially. Let me see, how did I do there? I did okay. Yeah, I did okay. I took some partial. I wanted more here, and then that's fine. Whatever. Can't ask for too much here. Glad I did not overstay my welcome. Now, it is really just looking like it's probably going to go for new high day again. Let's go back. I'm just looking at the different time frames to look at, for fair value gaps, inversion fair value gaps, etc. And if you don't have any, then even on the smaller time frame, that just means it's a tough market there, right? Like even on the 15-second NQ, it was a tiny one there. That's basically it. So on ES, it's a bit cleaner. It shows that we're pretty strong here to the upside. We couldn't even come back to equilibrium, right? In terms of like a long scalp, I don't know. I can't really. I'm flipping through these time frames. It's like I guess you could find ES this on the 30-second again, but I'd rather long NQ, short ES. Let me see this. Like, what's this look like for ES? Risk reward, back to high of day. It's decent. Should I try like some micros? We had an inversion. Yeah, why not? She's gambling. Bro, I'm just taking really small sizing here. Okay? Okay, let's see if it even, yeah. Basically, also, you can say that this is a 2-minute inversion trade, right? But that's the idea. Now it shouldn't even come back, really. I mean, if it gets above here, then it stops at break even. Small scalp here. And if this doesn't work, then whatever. Let's see. You could see that's a 3-minute order block speed bump, but good. So let's see if Tanya gets stopped out for 5 MES micros, really small. See, my normal risk would be 17 micros, so that's how small risk I'm doing. So let's see. Also, I had a bad fill, but that's Tanya for you, which is reflected here, but whatever. If we get back above this high, then I'll probably just, put stop here-ish. But let's see, this is like a breaker fair value gap type of play plus inversion, so inversion on the 2. Looking for back to new high of day. It does make me think though, might cut this. I'll see. Did we have an SMT here? It would be good if we did. No, it's okay. Okay, I'll keep it. But once we take this high, definitely stops break even. Okay. NQ is distributing. We're stalling a lot. I don't know if it's worth it anymore for me to stay in this trade. Could cut it just for like 1 point here. I'd literally give it like 30 more seconds. What time is it? 11:04? Oh, that's not a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the trade. I'm cutting the trade. Cutting that trade like -1 point or so. I don't feel comfortable in it anymore. -2 points. Up $30 on the day now. Really not worth it for me anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. It's just like I would have wanted it to really just start distributing already. And it's stalling. It's 11:05. No. Kind of just like, I'll watch it, but I don't want to do anything. Also, I'd rather be an NQ. But NQ, I can't even see. Nah, the inversion's here, I guess. See, it's just not that clean. Whatever. Watch me watch it distribute now towards it. It's okay. I accept that I couldn't accept the risk anymore here, really. And I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Yeah. Let me see this. A V-shaped recovery, I'd rather see some sort of SMT first in it. So, meh. I'm okay with missing. I'm okay with letting this one go. Because I can't stand sitting in something like this. I really just want to see it floop straight up, back up to a new high day. So, It could come back down into here. Where's my stop? Where was my stop? Would that accommodate that? Not really, right? This 3-minute fair value gap. High is that. It could wick, So, and if it works out, whatever. I just don't want to be in it. It's not worth the risk for me. Even if it's for really, really small sizing, it's just not worth it. Let me see. NQ, ES. 30-second NQ. I do see that. But, meh. Okay, it's about to cross up there. Nice. See if NQ hits new high today. Nice, but you know. Not worth the mental for me right now. So and also I recognize I kind of like rushing into the trade. This never really ends up well for me. Or like getting a bad fill already. Meh. Just watching the 30-second here. Let's watch it until 11:10. Do you guys think that we'll hit new high of day by 11:10 in 2 minutes? It looks like no, because it's not closing above this with a displacement. So kind of funny. I'm up $30.23 today, this morning. It makes sense though. I did not want to risk a lot. And the first trade, I took off partial 2 micros and then stopped in like 1 point profit or so. And then the second trade, I took 5 micros and I took off, negative 1.5 points. So really, I'm happy with how I performed given like just the conditions. Like, gotta be really quick. And like for the move down, I mean, the fact that I had to go on like the 15-second to really find any kind of entry just shows like it's not, it wouldn't be a sustained move lower. And for a real good market maker sell model to actually complete, right? Like if you were going to think, oh, we're going to go for, 930 low, then you would want the first leg of that sell model, you would want it to break and close below 50%. Then that second leg, that silver bullet, the real silver bullet, then that's a really good one. It's high probability. And, ICT has said, if that's like that would be like the only model he would trade if you had to pick one model. And those are the kinds of trades where he would, put 5% risk instead of the normal, 2%, 1%, 3%, whatever. So let me think about this on the upside. Is it a market it's not really a market maker buy model from here. It's just like a V-shaped recovery, essentially, that I did not want to participate in. Right now it's 11:10. I'm pretty happy with just cutting it for basically break even, because we didn't really move much from there, right? We didn't have a quick move to the upside. Still kind of just stalling in this area. So I think that'll be all for my trading today. Like 2 trades, and it's kind of just like break even on both. I will be back today. FOMC will be streaming at 2 p.m. And also if this stream gets 1,000 likes, we'll do a giveaway on Friday. We only have 600 likes though, so I guess you guys don't want the giveaway. Be careful, boss. It is a unicorn model or not, please answer. I think the 15-second probably was, or even the 1 minute, that was perhaps something to look at there. Here, the low before the high. Yeah, kind of. Not really. It was more like a silver bullet. And silver bullet has a lot of possible definitions, you know? You look at that YouTube video, is pretty good. So, I mean, I had that higher time frame of interest. You know, I did point out that this was the first bearish fair value gap in a while here. Did have a displacement from it. So, and you know, technically some people do call this like a short-term low. I don't really like it when a swing low is part of a swing high, essentially. I mean, you know, I waited for inversion. And then I just flipped to the 15-second to find a fair value gap. And it was very short-lived, you know. You have to be really, really quick if you're going to be counter trend on a, you know, gap up of 2.5% or 2% gap up. But yeah, let me see. That it was this. I would probably wait here for, not that I trade after 11, but if this happened during another time, probably wait for an SMT within somewhere here, within that V-shaped recovery for more upside. 1106. You know, but it's not really a high. It's not like some trades are just really like obvious. This one's not that obvious. But I will continue to tape read this now. We had our SMT there. Some people will just buy on that. You know, stop there. You know, if it was going to be bearish, it shouldn't have retraced all the way up here. So let's see if it hits new high of day. I'm just going to tape read this, you guys. I hope nobody minds. NQ is a stronger one. Why did I go long ES? I said it's better to short ES, long NQ. I longed ES because I think it was just cleaner inversion. But anyway, you know, didn't want to stay in it, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it going higher. I'm happy and pleased that if it does work out, then it's cool. But, you know, as we see here, NQ is much closer to that high of day now than ES is. And I probably would be not excited, especially earlier when it was just like not closing above this with a displacement. It's just bleh. Then we had our SMTs, which probably, yeah, so I'm gonna watch that. Here, SMT, some people just buy that. I like to wait for a displacement fair value gap. So let's see if it does that. See if it gets bought up there, I wonder. I'm just tape reading this right now, okay? It's after the kill zone. So it's probably, so I'm not in this trade right now, okay? Just tape reading this. What's the 1 minute look like? Was there a 1 minute fair value gap? Yeah, a small one. Okay. An order block. So even here. Let's see if that ends up working out. Just want to watch. La da da da, Elmo's world. Da 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 da, Elmo's world. Da da da. I don't even watch Elmo's World. I don't even know what that's from. I don't have any kids. I'm not around kids. So I don't even know. Simply watching this, okay? Let's see, ES. ES, decent also. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Let's see. I'm very interested. Like just tape reading this and sort of, yeah. 'Cause I think my entry was early. I should have, in a V-shaped recovery, I think I should just wait for that SMT to happen. So, but like we said, it happened after 11:10. So, just the timing is just not my favorite. So, to enter a trade, I don't really enter trades after 11:10. So, but if it works, it's cool. And just to prepare for, like, if it does happen during the kill zone, this is what it would look like for me. Yeah, and how long does it take from here? 16 minutes. 11:16, right? Yeah, so 11:16, right now it's 11:20. So you're already in this trade for 4 minutes, looking only for a 23-point move up. I can sneeze and NQ moves 23 points, you know? That's why it's not worth it for me to enter either. $20-point move. So let's see. And the fact that, again, stalling, I probably would have cut that trade again here for break even or something. It's just not worth it. Right? It could potentially pause, you know, trap, take more trendline liquidity, whatever. I mean, it's not really the best. Just gonna watch. Yeah, or like just a 1.2 R. It's just like, eh. But I'm really happy, at least, you know, when I got stopped out in profit or on that short, and I observed, I said, nope, I think it's likely it's going to go back up to new high day. And, you know, flipping, saying like, yeah, that short idea is over, essentially. I wouldn't try it again. Not that I even, and like just going blindly into like this fair value gap, it's not a good idea when you already broke some lows. You always want to see the reactions. And this should have been a breakaway gap if it was going to be bearish. More continue. So, meh. I'm happy I did not participate in this either. So it just looks like pulling teeth. and ES made a small short-term high here, higher high. So like the longer if you want just the scalp, you kind of need a time stop also. Be really super like with here, right? I was pretty good about moving my stops and stuff, so you kind of want a time stop if you're just looking for a scalp, like maybe 5 minutes or something less. Some people just do 3 minutes. Okay. So it doesn't look like that's gonna work out. I'm happy I did not just tape ride that, so we'll see. But still, that's not looking. That, but this really should never trace that much. Probably would cut it there. Probably this candle takes you out. Yeah. Oh well, I'm glad that I just ended up just taking 2 trades, literally break even. Tape read, wanted to tape read this one because I don't enter after 11:10. That did not work out. So, you know, if I was in that trade, probably would have chickened out, just like I chickened out this long on ES. When I also had a bad entry. Let's be real. I like entered here or something. And I moved like 3 points up. So let's see that. And now you're kind of having SMTs on both sides. It's not. The rest of the session here until FOMC, probably not going to be good action. So, all in all, very pleased. I didn't get wrecked. Honestly, I'm happy. Up just $30 today from the morning session, and I'm not trying to force anything. And look at that, wow. That would aggravate me. And we'll see. FOMC, I'll be back here at 2 p.m., so I'll see you guys then. Stay safe, don't be a degenerate, really, really be careful for the rest of the day. I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. And hit that like button. Bye.